6 tonight in the National League Championship.
The Brewers are down 3 games to 2 to the LA Dodgers. Whoever wins 4 games heads to the World Series to face Boston. We welcome an old friend back here, Alanno Rizzo. Rizzo used to be a member of the sports team here a few years ago. Now she's a member of the Los Angeles Dodgers television broadcast team. Alanno, welcome back.
Hi, welcome back to Wisconsin.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. It's great to be back. It's great to hear your voices in my ear again. It's awesome.
So is this kind of strange to be back? I mean, you're a Dodgers girl now, but you used to cover the Brewers.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange. You know what's more strange is hearing all of the different old streets that I used to drive on to get to WISD. You guys were just talking about Fish Hatchery Road and all that stuff. I'm like, I used to live right by there, so it's always good to be back in Madison. You know, it's really fun to be able to talk to you guys again. I miss it. I was just telling Brian Mesmer, our great camera guy here, that I miss living in Madison. I have lifelong friends there. I'm still good friends with a lot of folks that I worked with at ISC, so happy to be back on the air there today.
Well, we miss you as well, and we're so proud of you because you are really in the big time now. You're working for the LA Dodgers, and bring everybody up to date. Tell everyone what you're doing now in your current job.
Well, it's crazy because I've actually been covering the Dodgers for 5 seasons now, and they've gone to the postseason 6 straight years. So I can't even take credit for it because they went to the playoffs even before I started. They've been going back to back to back to back to back since 2013. So I've been with them for 5 seasons. After I left Madison, I went back home. If you guys remember, I'm from Colorado. So I went from WISC back to Denver, and I covered the Colorado Rockies for 5 seasons among some other teams in the Colorado area. And then I went to MLB Network in New York and New Jersey for 2 seasons. And then the Dodgers Network came calling, so I've been in Los Angeles and now live in the South Bay. For 5 years, time just absolutely flies by. I left Madison in 2007, so the fact it's been 11 years is pretty crazy.
Yeah, time really does fly. All right, let's talk inside baseball. Big game tonight. The Brewers need to win. If the Dodgers win, they're going to the World Series. What are your thoughts?
You know, it's going to be an interesting Game 6 tonight. Obviously, the Brewers have their backs against the wall, but they have the right 2 guys going as far as their starters are concerned for Game 6 and Game 7. You have Wade Miley going tonight. The left-hander has had really good success against the Los Angeles Dodgers, and of course, we thought he was going to be the starter for Game 5, and then Craig Counsell pulled him after 1 batter to kind of mess up the Dodgers lineup a little bit. I think the Dodgers were onto it a little bit because they did start a couple of left-handers anyway in anticipation of a right-handed reliever coming through. But I think the narrative coming into this series, you guys, is that the Brewers bullpen was certainly the strength of the team, and they have certainly delivered. But I don't think people thought that the Dodgers bullpen is as good as the Dodgers bullpen has been in this series. And I think the starters have been tremendous on both sides. I think we're getting a little bit more out of the Brewers starters than we had anticipated. But Hyunjin Ryu's had a really good year when he's been healthy. He finished the season 7-3 with a 1.97 earned run average in 15 starts. And when he's healthy, he's pretty much on all season long. And then if there is a Game 7 tomorrow, the Brewers have Jhoulys Chacín going. And I covered Chacín when I was with the Colorado Rockies, and he was barely a number 5. And arguably this season, he's the Brewers' ace. So all 5 of these games have been very contested games. None of them have been a blowout. The Dodgers all season long have relied on the long ball. You saw in Game 5 they were actually able to put some runs together to manufacture some runs, and it'll be an interesting series. I have to say, I think the Dodgers end up winning this series. I know Madison doesn't want to hear that. Wisconsin doesn't want to hear it, but the Dodgers only have to win 1 game. The Brewers have to win 2.
They have the experience. Well, it's great to see you.
Alanno, it is so great to see you, buddy. Thank you for doing this.
You too, guys.
You should do this for a living. You're right.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Alanno, thank you. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.